What's going on, guys? It is Shay here. Welcome back to another video, and today, everybody, welcome back to another tier list. And today, we're going to be doing, of course, another album tier list. I'm not even saying album tier list like I'm ranking a lot of albums, but I'm going to be ranking songs off of a certain album. So, I just got done filming a video for my System of a Down self-titled album tier list, and now we're going to be doing Slipknot's self-titled album tier list. Now, I should point out, I am a very new Slipknot fan. If I'm correct, I became a fan of Slipknot around about 2 months ago, so I'm still relatively new to Slipknot. And a lot of their songs, don't really sound all that familiar to me, or I have to listen to it to know what I'm talking or to know what you're talking about. But this album, of course, is a one album that I pretty much know damn near every song off of. I mean, I don't know how you couldn't, but anyways. We're gonna go ahead and jump straight into this because I have a lot of things to say about a lot of these songs. So yeah, with that being said, let's begin. So the first song, or technically the first little, I guess, track that we have here is the intro to the album. 742617 00020 or quadruple 027. And for those who don't know what that is the serial number or the barcode number for the Make Feed Kill Repeat album that, Slipknot released, of course, before Corey Taylor, that was like, what, 1995? So, yeah, that's that right there. The intro, it consists of a woman, I think, from a Charles Manson interview or something like that, where she was saying something about him, and the whole thing was like the whole thing I think is sick. That's, of course, where the whole thing came from. Some nice little samples from that. So because of that, because this is an intro, we're gonna put this around at a C tier just because it's the intro. And the next song that we have here is Sig. This is one of my favorite songs off the album. I don't know. When I started getting more into Slipknot, before I actually considered myself a fan, Sick was really, really growing on me for whatever reason. I don't know why. It was just really, really growing on me. It's a very, I don't know. It's a very aggressive song, dude. I mean, every song up here is aggressive, but Sick, it just starts the album up pretty well. Of course, from the transition from the intro to into Sick, of course. Like, I don't know, dude. What a way to start off an album, with an actual song instead of just the intro. Sick is definitely going up here in an S tier. So the next song that we have here is Eyeless, which is, of course, the third song off the album, and was at first my favorite song off of their self-titled. However, that has changed a lot, because, of course, this is well before I was even a Slipknot fan. Eyeless was just such a badass song to me, dude. And Eyeless is, of course, System of a Down, one of Slipknot's most popular songs. Of course, just overall, it's one of the most popular. But Eyeless is fucking crazy, dude. Like, the drums from Joey on this song or on this track is insane, incredible even, man. But yeah, I don't really have much to say for these songs. These are a little bit more straightforward to talk about these, than like with System of a Down, because System of a Down, there's things you can explain about, like the lyrics. Half of these songs I don't really know what to say, so this video might be relatively short. But this was one of my favorites, but this is now going to be going at an A tier. So the next song that we have here is Wait and Bleed, which was, if I'm correct, it's one of the most popular songs, and was their most popular song up until before they released Iowa. This was a song that got them on the map, and pretty much on the face of the earth. Like, Wait and Bleed, it's a pretty good song. If I'm correct, it's not as overplayed as, like, System of a Down's Chop Suey. But Wait and Bleed is a pretty okay song. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite, but it's also not as intense as, like, maybe any other song up here. Maybe, like, instead of, like, we got Prosthetics or something. It's not as intense as that. I guess it's like a break away from the intensity and the aggressiveness for a little bit. So, I mean, it's still, of course, a nice metal packed, a nice, like, energy packed song. A song that has, like, a lot of energy still in it. But Wait and Bleed is going to go down here at a C tier. I'm not really a big fan of the song. So the next song that we have here is Surfacing, which is my favorite song off of their self-titled album. Well, technically it's my second favorite. Technically. I'll get to that in like, maybe later on in the video. But Surfacing, I don't know, dude. I love the song to death. Surfacing, oh my goodness, I love this song. Like, from now, I will say something like this though. Surfacing from what I'm hearing, it's kind of like I guess some sort of angsty teen. Actually, I think it's with any Slipknot song, especially their first two albums. It's like an angsty teen, like letting out whatever. Excuse me, sorry about that. Letting out whatever anger they have, not like, and how they're not gonna conform to, like, the normal, or like, expectations from society and all that stuff. That's the way I'm seeing the song, and probably what the song is, like, really about. I'm not sure, but I really love Servicing so much. So you already know where that's gonna have to go. So the next song that we have here is Spit It Out, which is of course the sixth song off the album. And I don't know, Spit It Out has really grown on me recently. I don't know. The music video is a banger. The song overall is fucking great. Um, and I don't know, Spit It Out just has that. It just has that feel to the song that pretty much no other song on this album has. Like, Spit It Out, it just has like its own energy in a way, and I really love Spit It Out. So you already know where that's going. So the next song that we have here is Tattered and Torn. Now, I actually have some words for this. This song, a lot of songs out there self-titled have really grown on me. Tattered and Torn is definitely one of them. Tattered and Torn, this song is crazy, dude. Like, I remember saying, like, somebody made a comment on, like, what Slipknot's self-titled album is, or what they think about it, and they said it's pretty much like if an insane asylum, like, like people from an insane asylum were released to the public, if they broke out, or like made like a break, to like the outside world and shit like that. It like that's what I imagine, and Tattered and Torn fits that description really, really well. Like, hearing the samples, and then the DJ, and, like, then the record scratching from Sid and all that shit, dude. The song is scary. It's honestly scary. And then you have Corey, in the background, or, also, I don't know if that's him doing all the vocals. It may be somebody else. I don't know if it's Chris or Clown doing backup vocals. I don't even know if they even did any backup vocals on this. But yeah, Tattered and Torn is a scary song to me, dude. And of course, having Corey Taylor, having a breakdown while singing the song. I don't think he really was, but that's pretty much what happened. Like, he's having like a breakdown. Like, he's fucking, like, he's losing it behind a microphone. That's what makes this song even scarier, dude. This song is Tattered and Torn is such a scary song. Well, not necessarily scary in that way. It's just like fucking, like, unsettling. It makes you uneasy for some reason. Well, maybe not to other people, but a little bit to me. But I still, of course, headbang to the song, of course. Anyways, the next song that we have here is Me Inside. This song, I don't really listen to the song all that much, despite me claiming it's one of my favorites off the album. But from the times I have heard this, which I really need to listen to these songs a lot more. This song goes so fucking hard. You already know where that's going. So the next song that we have here is Liberate. Now, I remember Liberate was one of my favorites off the album too, and I think it still is, but I'm not sure. Liberate is a very interesting song. I mean, it's okay. And as I said, just like with Me Inside, I don't really listen to a song like that either. But yeah, Liberate, it's a pretty good song. And from what I remember, yes, as I said, I don't really listen to a lot of songs from Slipknot because it's either System or Gorillaz that I listen to mainly. But I really need to get on with it more. As I said, I am a new fan after all, so, I really need to listen to, this song more. Every other song out here, maybe except for one other, I don't really listen to. Or I've really listened to. It's only like two more I really don't. Of course, including this one. So the next song that we have here is Prosthetics, which is another scary or more uneasy or unsettling song off of their self-titled album. I don't know, dude. Prosthetics is a creepy song. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. And because of that, dude, you already know where this has to go. The next song that we have here is No Life. This was actually, behind Eyeless, this was the second other, or the only other song that kind of got me to explore more of Slipknot. No Life, I don't know, dude. This really brings out, well, this and Spit It Out is more, it brings out the more, I guess the more, like, how would you even put it? the more nu metal side of Slipknot, it brings more of that out because I have Corey rapping on this song. But this song No Life goes so fucking hard, dude. I don't know. Like the song, it goes so hard, and you already know where this has to go. So the next song that we have here is Diluted. I'm not really a big fan of this song. Easy as that. We're gonna go ahead and put this over here. The next song that we have here is Only One. Just like with No Life, this song is also a banger. Um, I don't know. Like, as I said, dude, I don't really have many things to say about these songs. Like, they're all fucking good. But Only One, now, of course, you already know where this is going. Really have nothing else to say, man. So the next song that we have here is Scissors, which is the technical last song off of their self-titled album. And is also, well, at first, their longest song. I think Scissors is about, somebody wanting to harm themselves, wanting to, like, cut themselves or whatever. It's a very dark song, and I think this is the one song off of their self-titled album where Corey has pretty much screamed the most, and I think he even vomited, like, during the session, like, even you can hear it in the song and all that. Either he's coughing up blood or he's vomiting. It's one of them, and he may be doing both. But Scissors is also a scary song. I don't know, dude. It's meant to be that way. Of course, with the intro, doesn't make it any better. So, yeah. Even though I don't really like Scissors, it can go on a B tier. And the last song that we have here is Eeyore. Now, I have some things to say about Eeyore. Eeyore is one of my all-time favorites of Slipknot songs. Sometime after like, exploring a little bit more Slipknot, I explored Eeyore. And holy hell, I love this song. Which means this, of course, goes in front of Surfacing. But since this is technically a hidden track or a hidden song off of their album, it's not technically part of their it's not really part of their of their album. Because fun fact, yes, I do have Slipknot the self-titled album on CD. And of course, the track list on the back, it does not feature Eeyore. It only just says Scissors. And I was confused at first when I had gotten this. And I was just wondering, like, where's Eeyore at? But I realized that on a CD, like on the CD, after Scissors, there's like, I think, 3 minutes or 10 minutes of silence or something like that. Then it cuts like a 3-minute audio clip of the band looking at, like, I think a scat film. And then after that is when Eeyore starts. But anyways, that's pretty much about it. Also, apparently Eeyore is about like some person that Corey Taylor had encountered when he was in a mosh pit or something. I don't fucking know, man. But anyways, that pretty much about does it. There you have it. My Slipknot self-titled album tier list. I don't know, dude. There's so many things I have to say about the album. Shit. But yeah, there's a lot of things I have to say about this album. That's like, it's just so fucking good. What a way to start out your discography. Well, technically they had, Make, Feed, Kill, Repeat, but like their technical actual discography, because most people don't include MFKR like for Slipknot's discography, but not counting MFKR, what a way to start off a fucking discography. What a way to start off your career. So yeah, that pretty much about does it for this. I hope everybody enjoyed this. If anybody has any objections about my tier list, please say it in the comment section. I'd be happy to read them. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.